All right, guys, I'm going to go through a couple of your Khan Academy exercises. Maybe if you're lucky, you might have one as an answer. So for this one here, you can do this two different ways. We did this in class, but if you weren't in class, I can help you out here. This is our generic rectangle. It does not matter what side you put these on, but I have negative 5d plus 8, and then d minus 3. Then from here, you're just multiplying negative 5 times negative 5d. d times d would be d squared. So negative 5d squared. 8 times d is 8d. Maybe this will work for me. Okay, that's supposed to be a squared there. This would be 15d. And then this would be negative 24. Okay, so then from there, I'm just going to combine my like terms. It's always these middle ones here. 8d plus 15d would be 23d. So in my answer, I'd have negative 5d squared. 8d plus 15d is plus 23d. And then I have a minus 24. Okay, so all you're doing is you're multiplying these guys together. Just remember d times d is d squared. Another way you can do this is you can just distribute twice. So negative 5 times d would be negative 5d squared. Negative 5 times negative 3 would be plus 15d. Inside guy, 8 times d would be plus 8d. 8 times negative 3 would be negative 24. If I combine these two again, I should have negative 5d squared plus 23d minus 24, which should be the same thing as what I got here. So whenever you're multiplying, just think rectangle, or I can just double distribute there as well. So I'd have negative 5d squared plus 23d minus 24. See if that works. That works. Okay, that's your multiplying binomials. I think you have a factoring polynomials, factoring quadratics intro. Okay, this one here, again, we did this in class. Notice how there's nothing in front of this x squared, so I'm going to make my x. The top, or the last number, the negative 7, goes on the top. The middle number goes on the bottom, negative 6. You're trying to figure out what multiplies. So it's a times b on the top, a plus b on the bottom, if this is a and this is b. If you have to, make sure you list out your factors. This is just 1 times 7. So to get a negative 6, it would be a negative 7 plus 1. So all you're doing is you're figuring out what those numbers are, plugging them in. So my answer should be x minus 7 and then x plus 1 to go in up here. So go here, x minus 7. Make sure you close your parenthesis, and then x plus 1. And that's it. Boom.